to another episode of Learn Japanese from Some Guy. In today's video, we're going to look at chapter 34 of my textbook, where we are going to continue using the te form, this time by looking at te ageru, te morau, and te kureru. So I think this is maybe the longest chapter in my book, so I'm going to break it up into three parts. Part 1 will be te ageru, part 2, te morau, and part 3, of course, will be te kureru. So the reason I'm doing this is because otherwise I think the video would just be way too long and I don't think anybody would watch it. So breaking up into parts I think might be a little more convenient for you if you want to just study te morau or te kureru, and also a little easier for me to shoot and edit. So that's what I'm going to do. But anyway, without further ado, 始まりましょうか。よろしくお願いします。Alright guys, here we are, part 1 of chapter 4, doing something for others with te ageru, te morau, and te kureru. So in this part, like I said, we're just going to look at using te ageru. So let's get started. So lately we've been studying and practicing using the te form. So this is just a continuation of what we've been learning. So as you'll see, we have, te ageru, te morau, te kureru. So this is just building off of what we already learned. So I think that'll help make this a little easier. But if you are not familiar with using ageru, morau, and kureru, you'll definitely have to go back and review chapter 27. Otherwise, this is not going to make a lot of sense. So I'll put a link in the description box below for chapter 27. Be absolutely sure that you can use these, because otherwise this lesson might be a little confusing or a little difficult. But anyway, so first we're going to look at te ageru. So we use te ageru when we want to express that an action is done for the purpose or benefit of someone else. So we already know that ageru means to give. So if we keep that in mind, giving something, understanding the meaning of te ageru becomes a little more clear. So here we have some examples of verbs being conjugated to the te ageru form. So basically, we just conjugate a verb to the te form and add ageru. So kao becomes katte, katte ageru, to buy for someone. Tsukuru, tsukutte, tsukutte ageru. Kaku, kaite, kaite ageru. Oshieru, oshiete, oshiete ageru. Hiraku, hiraite, hiraite ageru. Yomu, yonde, yonde ageru. Suru, shite, shite ageru. And the last one, nageru, nagete, nagete ageru. So that's it. Conjugate to the te form and add ageru. And you get, do that verb for the recipient or for someone. So now we're going to practice some on our own. Remember, you can go to learnjapanesefromsomeguy.com, download the PDF that has these and print it out so you have something to write on. But in the first column, you're just going to do a little review of conjugating verbs to the te form, and then you're just going to add ageru. And as always, remember to write, if you can, in kanji, but at least hiragana. So here we have numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause the video, answer these. And the last 3, 6, 7, and 8. So pause the video, answer these. All right, so now let's check. All right, so number 1, we have kiku, kiite, kiite ageru. Sosogu, sosoide, sosoide ageru. Nomu, nonde, nonde ageru. Shimeru, shimete, shimete ageru. Motsu, motte, motte ageru. Matsu, matte, matte ageru. Kangaeru, kangaete, kangaete ageru. Kuru, kite, kite ageru. Okay, so that's it. If you were able to conjugate in the verbs to the te ageru form, then you're halfway, there towards using it. But now we're going to look at how to use te ageru in a sentence. So here we have kind of a little rubric or a little outline of what our sentences will look like. We'll have the subject, wa, recipient, ni, object, wo, verb, plus te ageru. So if you look closely, it might be kind of hard to see on your screen, but the recipient can never be watashi if we're using ageru. Okay, so just remember that. The recipient cannot be watashi. If watashi is the recipient, we need to use te kureru. And we'll look at that more in part 3. But just for now, understand that watashi cannot be the recipient, just like we learned back when we first studied ageru, morau, and kureru. When the recipient is watashi, we use kureru. So just keep that in mind when we're looking at these sentences. But here we have some examples. So let's take a look. Number one, we have 私は母にケーキを買ってあげました。I bought a cake for mom. Number two, 彼の先生は彼に手紙を書いてあげた。His teacher wrote a letter for him. Number three, 彼は彼の友達にセーターを作ってあげました。He made a sweater for his friends. And number four, 私は友達に英語を教えてあげている。I am teaching my friend English. And number five, 彼は可愛い女性にドアを開けてあげる。He opens the door for 可愛い女性, cute girls. Number six, 彼は彼に日本語のメールを読んであげます。He reads Japanese emails for him. And number seven, 私は父に晩ご飯を作ってあげました。I cooked dinner for dad. Number eight, 子供は犬にボールを投げてやっている。So this is actually a little kind of advanced, but the casual form of あげる is やる. So やる also means to do or to give. So instead of saying 投げてあげている, we said 投げてやっている because the dog is obviously lower than the child. So we can use 投げてやる, 投げてやっている is throwing the ball for the dog. And the last one, number nine, 彼は彼女にボールを投げてあげました. So he threw the ball for her. So here we have 投げてあげました. Maybe we could also say 投げてやった, but that's maybe a little rude. So 投げてあげました, being a little more polite. All right, so now, as you probably have already figured out yourself, we can conjugate てあげる any way we want. So we can also make our verbs negative. So instead of adding てあげる, we'll just add てあげません, and we get the negative form. So we have the verbs that we looked at from above, but this time using てあげません. So we'll go through them really quick. We have 買ってあげません. Won't buy for the recipient. 作ってあげません. 書いてあげません. 教えてあげません. 開いてあげません. 読んであげません. してあげません. Won't do for the recipient. And the last one, 投げてあげません. Won't throw for the recipient or whomever. All right, so now we're just going to do the exact same thing, conjugate to the て form and conjugate it to the てあげません form. So I know this might be a little easy, but it's good practice to, repeat and write it down to help kind of get your mind used to thinking this way. So pause the video here, answers number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we have the last three at the bottom, 6, 7, 8, answer those. And now let's check. All right, so really quickly, we have 聞いてあげません. 注いであげません. 飲んであげません. 閉めてあげません. 持ってあげません. 待ってあげません. 考えてあげません. 来てあげません. Okay, so now we're going to look at the same example sentences from above, but this time the verbs will be in the negative form. So let's see, number 1. 私は母にケーキを買ってあげませんでした. I did not buy a cake for mom. Number 2. 彼の先生は彼に手紙を書いてあげなかった. So as you have probably already assumed, we can also use the casual form あげない、あげなかった、買ってあげなかった. And number 3. 彼は彼の友達にセーターを作ってあげませんでした. He didn't make a sweater for his friend. Number 4. 私は友達に英語を教えてあげていない. So here we have 教えてあげる、教えてあげていない. So the continuous negative form, which we learned in the chapter before. Let's see, number 5. 彼は可愛い女性にドアを開けてあげない. He doesn't open doors for cute girls. Number 6. 彼は彼に日本語のメールを読んであげません. he doesn't or he won't read Japanese emails for him. And number 7, 私は父にキッチンを掃除してあげませんでした。So actually I have a mistake here that I need to fix. It says I didn't cook dinner for dad, but the actual translation should be I didn't clean the kitchen for dad. 私は父にキッチンを掃除してあげませんでした。I'll have to fix that. Anyway, number 8. 子供は犬にボールを投げてやっていない。The child isn't throwing the ball for the dog. And number 9. 彼は彼女にボールを投げてあげませんでした。He didn't throw the ball for her. All right, so hopefully that wasn't too bad, but what I really want you guys to notice and pay attention to is that all of the conjugations we have learned up to now can be applied to te ageru. So ageru is just a verb in its dictionary form. So we can conjugate it just like we conjugate any verb. So we can make it, agemashita, the past tense, or ageteiru, the continuous action, or agemasen deshita, the negative past tense. Any way we've learned, you can conjugate the verb this way. So hopefully you are comfortable conjugating verbs to everything we've learned up to now. All right, now we're going to look at some practice problems. Okay, so the following problems were created with what I just said in mind. We're going to have to conjugate the verb to the appropriate tense, giving the English translation. So for example, it says, his friend bought a present for him. So we can see that bought is in the past tense. So when we conjugate kao to katte ageru, we're going to have to conjugate ageru to the past tense. So be sure to keep that in mind. Or number 2, he is teaching her Japanese. So we'll need to use the continuous, the teiru form. So as you're translating and conjugating the verbs, try to keep the English translation in mind. He is not teaching. So that would be the negative present continuous. Okay, so this might be a little hard, but if you try, I think you can go back and maybe review a little bit and answer these. But anyway, here you have numbers 1, 2, and 3. So pause the video, answer these. 4, 5, and 6. Pause the video, answer these. 7, 8, and 9. Pause the video, answer these. And the last one, number 10. Pause the video and answer that one. All right, so now let's check. All right, so number 1. His friend bought a present for him. 彼の友達は彼にプレゼントを買ってあげました。Or 買ってあげた if you want to be more casual. Number 2, he is teaching her Japanese. 彼は彼女に日本語を教えてあげている。教えてあげている or 教えてあげています more polite. Number 3, he is not teaching her Japanese. 彼は彼女に日本語を教えてあげていません or 教えてあげていない。Number 4, she won't do his homework for him. 彼女は彼に宿題をしてあげません or してあげない。Number 5, right now, my mom is making dinner for my little sister. 今、私の母は妹に晩ご飯を作ってあげている。作ってあげています。Number 6, ジェレミーはさやかにこれを書いてあげている or 書いてあげています。Number 7, Jeremy is not writing this for Sayaka. ジェレミーはさやかにこれを書いてあげていない or 書いてあげていません。Number 8, I bought this for him. 私は彼にこれを買ってあげました or 買ってあげた。Number 9, I didn't buy this for him. 私は彼にこれを買ってあげませんでした or 買ってあげなかった。But I think in number 8 and number 9, for example, we said 私は. So using the polite form is obviously more natural. So if we wanted to say, for example, 彼にこれを買ってあげなかった, that would be better, I think. Number 10, the last one. I think this was a little tricky. So if you answered it correctly, good for you. So let's make a present for her. So 彼女にプレゼントを作ってあげましょう. So if you remember, way back we learned how to use masho to make suggestions. So let's make a present with 作ってあげましょう or 作ってあげよう will be even more casual. But anyway, that's going to do it for part 1. As you can see, this chapter requires a long time and a lot more explanation than the other chapters. So we're just going to finish part 1 here, and then part 2, we're going to pick up using and talking about te morau. So be sure to watch this video a couple times if you're not sure how it works, review a little bit, and then when you feel you're ready, move on to part 2, and we'll look at te morau. So we'll see you then. Mata ne. All right, everyone, that's going to do it for part 1 of this little series. So today we just looked at te ageru. So in part 2 of this video, which you can find a link for in the description box below, we're going to look at te morau. So after you get familiar and understand how to use te ageru, using te morau will be, a lot easier. So be sure to watch this video and study it a couple times before moving on. But if you are ready, move on to the next part of this video and we'll look at te morau. So again, thank you for watching. And if you haven't already, subscribe, tell a friend, buy the book if you wish to study ahead or support the series. But we'll see you part 2.